It's been called the downfall of Diddy, but are we also witnessing a further downfall of Kanye West? The Grammy-winning artist that some believe is a musical genius recently went on a crazed social media rant that included, among other things, a call to free Puff.
Today, we've got a blockbuster story that has completely rocked the music industry and shocked fans around the world. Diddy lost it in court after a jaw-dropping secret connection to Kanye West was exposed during his trial. This is one of those moments that feels like it came straight out of a movie.
Brings us to Kanye West. Because let's talk about Kanye West, who's no stranger to controversy. West, for his part right now, he has been traveling a lot internationally. Vibe reported that he's been to Paris, Tuscany, Russia, Japan, appearing alongside his wife Bianca Censori, who is often scantily clad. West caused quite a scandal in Venice, by the way, when he was seen allegedly without any pants on, exposing himself on a water taxi in Venice. And of course, there was some of that happening here at home too. At the Grammys a couple weeks ago, West and Censori were being photographed on the red carpet when Censori suddenly dropped her coat, revealing her basically nude body. They posed for more photographs before eventually leaving. The rumor was that West and Censori were kicked out of the event for that stunt, but it appears to be just that, a rumor. But needless to say, he's been making the headlines. And that kind of gets you caught up to speed on both Kanye West and Sean Combs. Combs' friendship goes back years. They collaborated on one of West's singles in 2015, and later that year they worked together on an album. At the 2022 BET Awards, West presented Combs with the Lifetime Achievement Award, called him his idol, called him his favorite artist. West said he still went to Combs for advice and that Combs inspired many of his life choices, even his wife choices, perhaps in apparent reference to his then-wife, Kim Kardashian. But according to The Mirror, Combs has said that West inspired him as well. In 2009, Combs reportedly said that the other night I go to the Kanye West concert and I'm going there to see Kanye do his thing. I don't have anything but high expectations. The concert changed my life. I won't lie. I was so impressed and inspired. It was beautiful. And I fell in love with hip hop again. And I want to say thank you, Kanye, for giving me that. However, just a few months after West presented Combs with the Lifetime Achievement Award, the relationship seemed to sour between the two of them when Combs took issue with West's t-shirts that said, "White Lives Matter." Now, he said during an appearance on The Breakfast Club that he thought the shirts were tone deaf. He would go on to reportedly say, including on an Instagram post, that Black Lives Matter was our slogan. That wasn't our slogan to go share with nobody else. You have to be unapologetically black and love your people and love your tribe first. Combs also added, what the press and what fashion is doing, thinking this is a joke, when right now all America is planned for is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I can get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, you know what I'm saying, that Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. And he added, don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, don't play with the shirt, it's not a joke. Well, not long after those comments, Kanye West apparently posted screenshots of text conversations, messages between himself and someone identified in the thread as just Puff, seemingly a reference.
A twist no one could have seen coming. And it has everyone asking questions about just how deep this goes. It all started when a witness took the stand and revealed a link between Diddy and Kanye West that had been buried for years. According to testimony presented in court, the two weren't just connected creatively or professionally. Their bond allegedly extended into private meetings, secret gatherings, and controversial moments that were kept far from the public eye. What came out in that moment silenced the room and then set it ablaze. According to people present, as soon as the witness started to spell out the details, Diddy snapped. He slammed the table, yelled at his attorneys, and refused to stay calm, forcing the judge to call for order as tensions boiled over. The witness claimed that Diddy and Kanye had been involved in a long-running scheme, one that blurred the lines between business, loyalty, and betrayal. According to this testimony, the two shared information, leveraged connections, and used their combined influence to manipulate certain outcomes in the music industry.
Like our convo, I'm selling these teas, nobody gets between me and my money. This is my grandfather texting you now. Never call me with no BS like that again unless you're ready to green light me, because anybody who got on that tea is me. Out of respect for everything you've meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil, meaning Virgil Abloh, who passed away, but now I know how I've hurt people I love with threats. And he seemed to follow it up with, "Come do something illegal to me now, please." Now, the alleged Combs side of the conversation responds, "N-word, send me address. Let's stop playing these internet games and don't feel threatened. You'll be fine. Just love." To which West reportedly replies, "This ain't a game. I'ma use you as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now gonna get you some business." West apparently followed up with another post in which Combs allegedly texted him, "As soon as I land, we'll meet face to face," to which West responded, "N-word, F you." Now, in the final part of this alleged exchange between the two rappers, Combs allegedly wrote, "I'm just trying to talk to you as a black man, and I'm talking to you because this is hurting our people. Stop." West apparently responded, "Anything you text, I will post. I love you, and you guys are breaking my heart. I accept your apology in advance." Okay, putting that to the side. Now let's get back to Kanye West and Sensori's red carpet moment, because just as the coverage started to subside, West flipped the script on his X page. So his page has since been removed, and I'll get more on that in a moment, but screenshots of his tweets show he posted in all caps, "Free Puff." He then went on to post or tweet, "All these celebrity N-words and B-words is scared. Y'all will watch our brother rot and never say S." He went on to post, "I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl." He also tweeted that, or posted that, slavery is a choice, which of course got some backlash from other X users. But West seemed to double down as his rant continued with, "What you all gonna do? Cancel my sneaker deal? Cancel my record deal? Freeze my accounts? F y'all, N-words. Slavery is a choice. I am speaking my mind now. I ain't editing. S again ever." And he later tweeted, "This man gave his life to us. This is my idol. This is my hero," seemingly referencing Sean Combs. And then there's this one, because he even announced a collaboration between himself and Sean Combs' fashion line, Sean John, saying,
What makes this even more shocking is that this was happening while both were publicly presenting themselves as friends, collaborators, and even mentors. The truth is far darker and far more twisted than anything most people ever imagined. As soon as this revelation hit the public, social media exploded. The internet has been flooded with threads, tweets, and posts from fans trying to piece together moments from the past. People are going back and rewatching old interviews, looking for hints and inconsistencies, trying to understand how this connection played out for so long right under everyone's nose. The sheer shock of this secret link between Diddy and Kanye has thrown the music world into chaos, and it doesn't seem like things will be calming down anytime soon. For Diddy, this is about more than reputation. This is about survival. The pressure inside that courtroom was palpable, and every person in that room felt it. The outburst that followed the witness statement wasn't just a moment of anger. It was a crack in the facade. It was a glimpse of a man grappling with the possibility that his carefully built empire, a legacy that has defined generations of music and culture, could
Combs or support Sean Combs as he's locked up in the MDC. And he also said that he and Combs would be splitting the profits 50-50, but later corrected himself, saying, "I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up, so I'm going to send the half of the money to Justin," seemingly referring to Justin Dior Combs, Combs' son. By the way, the Daily Mail reports recently that both Justin and Christian Combs were seen arriving at the hotel that West was staying at in Los Angeles. Actually, it was reported they left carrying packages that contained clothing that was gifted to them by Kanye West. Again, this is according to the Daily Mail. This came, by the way, the same day that West apparently tweeted or posted, "Puff is a way better dad than me, dad, and way better dad than me." He posted a photo of Combs on a red carpet with his children and said, "I wish I had the relationship with my dad that Puff has with his kids." And West also tweeted over the weekend,
"Just for clarity, they trying to make an example out of Puff. Me and my brother had our issues, but these white people trying to use Puff to scare N-words. I'm neither scared nor brave. This just me."
And by the way, Sean Combs' Instagram account shared the post about the collaboration, writing, "Thank you to my brother Ye." Back to the shirt. The blue shirt with the Sean John logo that was apparently put up, it really wasn't up there for long, because it was reportedly eventually replaced by something else. Do you know what that was? A single white t-shirt with a black swastika on it, selling for $20. Yeah. At the time of this recording, that website now appears to be offline. Kind of give you an idea of what's going on here. And from there, West's posts, they just devolved into what many people view as purely anti-Semitic, homophobic, and racist comments that we won't even dignify with airtime, okay? Now, West, unsurprisingly, has faced serious backlash in the past for his use of slurs, as well as what appears to be blatant anti-Semitism online and in his interviews. Some of those consequences have included loss of collaborations and sponsorships, as well as West products being removed from shelves at stores like TJ Maxx and Foot Locker. He also underwent bans, some temporary, some
collapse under the weight of long-buried truths. The implications of this are huge. Will this lead to new lawsuits? Will authorities launch deeper investigations? Will more witnesses come forward? Those are questions we don't have answers for yet. But one thing is certain. This is far from over. Kanye West himself has been silent so far, which only adds to the speculation. What does he have to say about this? Will he confirm or deny these claims? Will he address the nature of this secret connection? Will he come out in defense of Diddy? Or will he distance himself and try to protect his own reputation? Whatever he chooses to do, the world is watching and waiting for a response. Fans have been absolutely torn. Some are expressing disbelief, saying it can't be true, that this must be some sort of misunderstanding. Others are saying it confirms long-running suspicions about both Diddy and Kanye, about their connections, about their dealings, about moments in their careers that have never fully added up. The conversation is moving quickly, and it's expanding beyond the music industry. It's prompting wider questions about how the world of entertainment operates, about the nature of alliances and rivalries, about how much goes
Kanye West continuing his support of Sean Diddy Combs amid the media mogul's ongoing trial. TMZ cameras captured Ye arriving at Combs' courthouse in New York City June 13th. Per the outlet, the rapper wore an all-white outfit as he greeted people outside before going through court security. Kanye spending around 40 minutes inside, but never actually entered the courtroom, where Diddy's legal team spent weeks defending him against multiple charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking, all of which the Bad Boys Records founder has denied. Kanye previously sharing his support for Diddy on social media. In now deleted posts on X in February, the 48-year-old wrote, "Free Puff, Puff, we love you," and alleged federal officials were, quote, trying to make an example out of Puff. Diddy's also seen support coming from his children, with sons Christian King Combs, Justin Combs, Quincy Brown, along with daughters Chance, Jesse, and Delilah Combs, stepping out for day one of the trial on May 12th. Cut to week 5 of the court saga, another alleged victim provided testimony for the prosecution, with law enforcement officials reportedly set to take the stand soon.
Seen when the cameras aren't rolling. This moment has also sparked debates about accountability. Will this revelation force the music industry to finally reckon with its darker side? Will it push for deeper investigations into the relationships that have shaped its biggest moments and biggest names? Will it shed a light on a system that allows the wealthy and powerful to operate with impunity? These questions are no longer just whispers. They're being asked openly and boldly. Meanwhile, Diddy's team is reportedly scrambling, working around the clock to manage the fallout. According to insiders, crisis meetings are happening behind the scenes as lawyers, PR experts, and trusted advisors try to map out the best path forward. But with every headline, every tweet, every online conversation, it becomes harder to contain the storm. The sheer magnitude of this revelation has put Diddy in a position he's never been in before, exposed, cornered, and with nowhere to hide. And the ripples extend beyond Diddy and Kanye themselves. The witness statement has sparked a wave of questions about other connections.
Here's why Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and more celebrities were name-dropped at Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection in the mogul's sex trafficking trial got underway May 5th in New York, NBC News reports prospective jurors were shown a list of more than 100 names of people and places that may be referenced during the trial, including actors Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and rapper Kanye West. While the aforementioned celebrities are not implicated in the case, the potential jurors were asked whether they knew any of the names listed and whether it would impact their ability to be impartial, per the outlet. Attorneys did not share an explanation for the list. The names of women who have taken legal action against Combs were also on the list, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against the rapper was settled one day after it was filed. Danity Kane alum Don Richard, who accused Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed in September, was also listed. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in both cases, though after a 2016 video of Combs assaulting Cassie, matching the description of an incident in her lawsuit, came to light in spring 2024, the rapper subsequently shared a video apology.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Combs is facing 5 charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty to all
Other alliances, and other moments that might soon be brought to light. Will more witnesses step forward? Will old stories resurface? Will other names be pulled into the spotlight? It feels like we're on the edge of a massive shift, a moment where long-buried truths might finally come out, reshaping the narratives we've been told for years. As for the court proceedings, one thing is clear. This is going to be a long and grueling process. The case has taken on a life of its own, with every witness statement becoming a headline, every piece of evidence sparking fresh speculation. The tensions between Diddy and those testifying against him are palpable, and every interaction in that room is being scrutinized.
Melba, I'll get to the weaknesses or the potential weaknesses in her testimony. That alone, and if there's anything I miss, please add, but that alone, is that force, fraud, coercion?
The argument can be made that it is, on top of the fact that he is paying her bills, and made it very clear. I believe in one part of the testimony, he allegedly said something along the lines of, "I'm on my job," meaning with the inference being, "I'm paying for your bills," or, for your rent.
You're talking about a voice note that came out.
Correct. Yes, the voice note where he had said, "I'm on my job, you need to get on yours." The implication being, "I pay your bills, therefore you need to do what you need to do to make me happy," which includes these freak-offs. So it's one of those things where she kept talking about how she was a single mom. She didn't know where she and her son were going to be able to go. And, from that perspective, she felt coerced because she was either going to be out on the street or she had to do these disgusting things. So there is definitely an argument to be made about the coercion aspect. Force is going to be a little bit harder from that standpoint, because I think for Cassie, the force is much stronger because obviously there was physical brutality. We saw the tape over and over again. And so definitely the force argument is stronger with Cassie. I don't think the force is as strong with Jane, but I think the coercion is definitely there. Fraud, I don't think there's much fraud there. I think it's mostly we're hanging our hat on coercion.
Remember, we're in the crux of her testimony. If you base it on the opening statement, there is violence to come. That's what I'm imagining we're going to get to. So again, it's a little bit, we're getting into this based on her 2 days of testimony or day and a half of testimony. We'll see where it goes. Here's the problem. There are many things that the defense may jump on. And to be clear, again, at the time of this recording, the defense hasn't even begun their cross-examination. So what were some of the weaker points in her testimony? Okay, a lot of her testimony was about how she did things to make her partner happy. That when she said she couldn't perform because she was on her period, she claims Combs accused her of lying, called her weird, but as far as I remember, I don't hear anything about her being forced to still go through with it. Like being thrown into a room and said, "I don't care, have sex with this guy on your period." She talked about setting up some of these events. She talked about that she chose the workers. Again, she said it was to please Sean Combs, but apparently she had a role in who was selected. She wrote sexually explicit messages to sex workers and Combs. She claims to turn him on. That she was with him up until his arrest, with a last hotel night in August of 2024, so just weeks before he was taken into custody. She claimed that he is still paying her rent.
For deeper meaning. What started as a routine legal proceeding has now evolved into a pivotal moment that could redefine Diddy's legacy, Kanye West's role in the story, and the very fabric of an industry built on connections, secrets, and rivalries. We'll be following every twist, every turn, every revelation as this unfolds. Stay tuned, because this is far from over, and it's only going to get bigger from here. Let us know what you think about this shocking new twist. Do you stand with Diddy? Do you think Kanye will respond? Do you believe this will lead to a larger reckoning in the music industry? Share your thoughts, join the conversation, and get ready, because the biggest chapter in this saga is still being written.